Hello, and welcome to another episode of the cruise news that you can use on this Tuesday. Today's top story is um, not a happy one for one passenger and a kind of a warning for the rest of us. So recently on the Carnival Venezia, a guest got off the ship in Barbados and was looking forward to a wonderful day in port, exploring the island, maybe doing an excursion. But unfortunately, as he walked off the ship and headed down the dock, the Barbados police stopped him, turned him around, and escorted him back onto the ship, and basically explained that he was wearing camouflage shorts, excuse me, and a camouflage backpack, and according to Barbados law, you're not allowed to wear those. Civilians are not allowed to wear camouflage clothing. And he was upset and is kind of blaming Carnival for not making him aware of the local law. Now, I wasn't on that sailing, so I don't know for sure if the cruise line attempted to make him aware of the local law. But well, just so you know, there are certain countries in the world, several of them in the Caribbean, several of them in the Middle East, that it's against the law for civilians to wear camouflage. In the Caribbean, some of those countries are the Bahamas, Jamaica, Barbados, Grenada, St. Lucia, and Dominica. You just can't wear anything with camouflage unless you're in the military. I know on several of the cruises I've been on, the cruise director would make announcements, about camouflage clothing. If you attend any of the excursion planning sessions or shopping planning sessions that the ships host, they announce it there, and also in the onboard newsletter, the daily newsletter, they'll announce it in there that you're not allowed to wear camouflage. So just do yourself a favor and just don't pack anything with camouflage on it. If you're going out of the U.S., if you're visiting another country, better safe than sorry. You don't want to have your day ruined like what happened to this guest, by being turned around told to go back to the ship. Now, hopefully this passenger was able to go back, get changed, and then head out and still do what he was planning. But yeah, just don't do it. Next up, the Carnival Firenze is got good news and bad news, depending upon your perspective. The Firenze is about to debut as a Carnival ship. She was a Costa cruise ship, and Carnival bought her, I'm guessing is the right way to say it, and redoing, painting her and redoing the inside to make to look like a Carnival ship. Well, that procedure is going ahead of schedule, so they actually added a new sailing before the inaugural sailing. Sorry about that. So the passengers who booked what was to be the inaugural sailing, 5-night sailing, are a little bit upset because Carnival added another sailing before their sailing. So the inaugural sailing is not going to be the actual inaugural sailing. It's going to be the second one. And guests are irritated. There's that inaugural sailing is a special moment in the ship's operational lifetime. So passengers like to book that inaugural sailing to say that they were the first ones on that ship. And there's usually activities and celebrations that occur on the ship, and at each port that you stop at on that sailing, to commemorate the first sailing. So Carnival Ambassador John Heald, I believe is how you say his name, has released a statement basically assuring all the guests that both sailings will be equally special. They both have the same activities and celebrations. So yeah, if you're booked on that second sailing, the 5-night, I can understand being a little less than thrilled. But hopefully that all works out. Here's a part where I take a second and stop and ask you to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So every day when I release these cruise news you can use, you get notified. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free. I'm always up to tweak how things are done. And let me know if there's something you want to see me do. Except jumping jacks. I don't really do jumping jacks too well. Not since I was in the Navy anyway. Next up, MSC's doubling down. They just confirmed that they've committed to adding 2 more ships to their line. They've said that they have gone into contracts. They've agreed to contracts with the same French shipbuilder that built the MSC World Europa and is currently building the MSC World America, to add 2 more ships of that same world class ship to the lineup. Those ships are going to be delivered, one in 2026 and one in 2027. They of course haven't named them as of yet, but they are in the process of having them built. And it's kind of an interesting time. A lot of the other cruise lines are being cautious about ordering new ships for the next couple of years. I'm not saying that they're not ordering them, but they're being very particular about the planning and when they contract for them, things like that. They're still trying to recover to some degree from COVID, from the debt that they accumulated during COVID to stay afloat, literally and figuratively. So they're trying to pay down some of that debt that they incurred, and so they're not putting out that money to commit to 2, 3, 4, 5 ships. So good for MSC. That says to me that they're doing things well. And I actually look forward to going on an MSC cruise. I haven't been on one yet. And last story of the day, Carnival is testing out a new capability for its passengers. So Carnival has a behind the fun tour that they offer once per cruise, and it's only available for a small group of 20 max people. It's called the Behind the Fun Tour. Excuse me. And currently throughout the fleet, you can only book that once you actually get on the ship. And because of the fact that there's only one, that it only takes 16, 18 people, by the time most people are able to get on the ship, it's gone. It's sold out. No more. Gone. See you. Have a nice cruise. Well, now, starting with the Carnival Horizon, I believe it is, you can pre-book that tour. They're doing this as a test to see, obviously, see if the functionality works, see if it's, a capability that will be better for the passengers, better for the crew, the staff. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully that is successful and they roll out to the rest of the fleet. Because I haven't done this tour, and I would absolutely love to. You get to go, really behind the scenes in places that most guests don't ever get to see. You get to visit the bridge, the engine control room, the main galley, the staff dining areas, storerooms, laundry, all those places that pretty much only the crew gets to see. I would love to do that. Check it out. Obviously, it's not something I want to do, every single cruise for the rest of my life, but I want to check it out. I want to see that. And I'm sure that I'm not unique in that aspect. So yeah, hopefully this is a successful test for Carnival. They roll it out to the rest of the fleet, and maybe they can roll out more than one tour per sailing. Maybe do it 3 times during the trip or 5 times, but so that more people can get to see how everything operates. But anyway, that's about it for today. I hope you have a good one.